All right, the question is, I'm selling my house. Should I do an open house? All right, so this question comes up all the time. Right before I list a property, the client says, when are you going to do the open house? Or do I have to do an open house? Or I don't want to do an open house. Should I do one? Um, so the way I answer this is using the analogy of fishing. So when you go fishing, is it better to have one hook in the water or a bunch of hooks in the water? It's always better to have a bunch of hooks in the water. That's going to give you a greater chance of getting a buyer. An open house is one of those hooks. It's not the most important hook, in my opinion, just based on stats. The National Association of Realtors recently published a stat that like 4% of buyers ended up finding their house because of an open house. So those aren't great percentages. So for that reason, it's not the most important hook in the water. So if you don't do an open house, it's not the end of the world. And if your house doesn't sell or isn't selling, it's probably not because you didn't have an open house. There's probably some other factors going on why the house isn't selling. But it's a great tool to have, especially when you first go on the market. When you first go on the market, there's a lot of people out there that see that house pop up on the MLS and on the internet, and they want to go see it. And if you can do an open house that first or second week it's on the market, if you market that open house really well, you're going to get a lot of people coming through there, ideally, and they're going to see all those other people that are walking through the house, and that creates kind of buzz and excitement. And so when it comes to writing offers, they're going to have that in the back of their mind, like, man, there was, 10, 15, 20 people at this open house. Like, are they writing offers? When I write my offer, I better, make it a good one because I'm, potentially competing with all these other people because, they were saying great things about this house and they were there a long time. And I even heard, someone say that they wanted to write an offer on it. So for that reason, open houses can be very effective because it creates buzz and excitement, but only if the open house is done well. And that's, my job as a realtor to market the open house and get as many people into that open house in a 2 or 3 hour time period as possible. So for more info, tips, and tricks on real estate, follow me at Stephen J. Travis.